So as you know, last couple of weeks we have been covering the yamas, niyamas, won't go too much. So we finished Saucha, inner purity, purity in body, mind, and our thoughts in form of speech also. Second one was contentment, santosha, which we covered last week, being happy with what we have. And what we don't have, we work towards it, focus on things on what we have rather than focusing on things we don't have. So number three is tapas. This is very close, especially you all will connect in today's times. Tapas literally means to burn. So it actually comes from the word fire in Sanskrit. So literally it's a forced action. So if you observe now, Navratri has happened, Diwali is coming, many of them would be fasting. So that becomes a physical tapas because you all are going out of your comfort zone and you all are detoxing. So that becomes a physical form of tapas. Mental tapas is actually what you all try to do in my classes by trying to sit quietly in meditation and just watching your thoughts. If you remember when we sit in the beginning of a class, sometimes I just ask you all to watch your breath and just observe the sounds around. So that means you all are trying to just watch your thoughts and not trying to participate in them so that you don't dwell on it too much. So that becomes a mental tapas. And the third tapas, so I'm just trying to give an example, forced action is verbal. If you remember, we connected with the two values, ahimsa. If you remember, when we try to speak so that we don't hurt others. So ahimsa and brahmacharya are actually forms of the two yamas are actually forms of this tapas. So moderation, moderately, we don't overdo our body. For example, today I said I want to do restorative. So I'm not injuring my body because I'm listening to my body. So I'm listening to it. So that again comes under physical. I was back to verbal tapas, sorry. So trying to be silent, having a monam, not talking for 5 minutes. So that becomes the third tapas, verbal. So in short, you're trying to discipline yourself in these three forms, physical, mental, verbal. So that's a great value to have. And it also becomes a great qualification for endurance, especially in today's times, the challenges, the pains, the suffering, the obstacles which you are facing, they're all, if you're able to endure all of them, they actually are all forms of tapas because we are going through so much. The whole world is, we are feeling sorry, we are trying to do our best, what we can in today's situation. So that also is a form of tapas. So, and this value comes throughout the Bhagavad Gita as a value in some of the chapters, latter chapters. So that's why I said this is very close. We all are facing some form. Another example I can give you all is if a couple of you all are not a morning person, you all force yourself to get up. So that becomes a mental tapas because the body doesn't want to get up, but the mind says, okay, I have to do a yoga class or I have to head out for a walk. So that again becomes a mental tapas. So it's like a day-to-day example. If you reflect, you will find lots of examples which you can take back and maybe just see before we go on to the next one. And the fourth value is Swadhyaya. So Swadhyaya means self-study. Self-study of any kind of scriptures, which you're all doing because I'm sharing my understanding of the Yoga Sutras. So you'll are getting bits and snippets from whatever I'm able to share. Or maybe if you have a teacher, you can actually go to a live teacher who's well-versed, who knows the vision, who knows the scriptures. So that becomes Swadhyaya, meaning you can try to read on your own, but there's a possibility that you might confuse yourself. So it's always good to have a teacher if you want to ever study the scriptures sometime in future. So I just little bit I introduced